I chose Nestle as part of to do my research on because it's a company that I've been very familiar ever since I was little. Um, Obviously, because of the candy. When I was little, I ate lots of candy, lots of chocolate, especially Nestle Quick. Drank a lot of Nestle little, milk chocolate when I was little. So I chose to do research on Nestle. So first of all, who is Nestle? Well, in the following report, I wish to go over a couple things regarding Nestle. Who are they? Where do they come from? What are their values? How does the values that they proclaim to follow, how do those hold up? And also a couple things that Nestle is known for. And at the end, what I found interesting regarding them. So first of all, how did Nestle come to be? Well, in 1867, Nestle was formed by Henry Nestle, who had a baby formula company, and he started the company in 1866. In 1867, he partnered up with a different company that made chocolate. Charles and Henry Page, both from Illinois, had a chocolate company in Switzerland, and all three formed what is known today as Nestle. So at the very beginning, Henry Nestle was known for the milk-based baby powdered formula, which was Farline Lactate Nestle, which was his first product and he became famous for. So who is Nestle today? What are their values? Well, today Nestle is the world's largest and most diversified food and beverage company. It has over 400 factories in 80 countries. As you can see, not only are they in the US, but they're worldwide, North, South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, and Australia. So they have companies or have factories all over the world. And those factories produced over 2,000 brands. So as we can see through this chart, not only do they make chocolate, but also baby powder, baby food, coffee, water products, candies, but also pet food. They also own major shares in cosmetics and also pharmaceuticals. So, as a company, they make several products, well diversified, and all these products they sell in over 188 countries worldwide. But what are their values? Well, Nestle's vision statement is as following. Nestle aims to meet the various needs of the consumers every day by marketing and selling food of a consistently high quality. And their mission statement is we strive to bring consumers foods that are safe, of high quality, and provide optimum nutrient to meet physiological needs. Nestle helps provide selections for all individual taste and lifestyle preferences. And we'll be looking at how Nestle lives up to those values. So, first of all, let's look at baby formulas and baby food. So, according to Nestle, they are responsible for they do market responsible marketing and provide all the nutrient information that is needed for baby formula. And according to their website, Nestle, according to the website, under sustainability, Nestle says regarding food quality and safety. Food quality and safety are non-negotiable at Nestle. Safe, high-quality products are at the heart of our purpose to unlock the power of food to enhance quality of life for everyone. We treasure the trust consumers throughout the world place in us. But let's see how Nestle has used that trust that has been placed. with them. The very beginning, marketing was very popular as a way of selling their product. So Nestle obviously advertised baby formula, baby food for newborns. And in the 1970s, they did a worldwide campaign to sell more baby formula. So this is one of the ads that came out, and they marketed towards not only in the U.S., Europe, but also to Africa, Asia, South America. So they were very intense in their marketing. In fact, Nestle even hired people to dress up as nurses uh, who had no previous medical experience or knowledge. They hired actors or people to dress up as nurses to visit hospitals, maternity wards, clinics. They even went door to door looking for new mothers in which to market the baby powder. And they would tell the mothers that the baby powder was much more healthier and more nutrient than breast feeding their newborns. And several mothers bought into that line of thinking, and they, especially in Asia and South America and Africa, they started um, not baby feeding, breastfeeding their babies. And they switched to baby powdered. However, the consequence of that was once the babies went off the breast milk, the mothers no longer produced the milk. So once they went to baby formula, the mothers were pretty much stuck, which in buying the baby formula. And what happened was in most of the countries where they were underdeveloped and they had low income, the mother started to dilute the baby formula to make it last longer. And also because didn't have access to clean water, they also used contaminated water when they were mixing the baby formula. So what happened was many babies, in fact, died due to malnutrition. According to the World Health Organization, 1.5 million babies were dying per year um, due to contaminated water that the babies were drinking. Nestle, however, denied that they were responsible for. However, in the U.S. and in Europe in the 1970s, 1977, there was a boycott that came out against the Nestle company, where people were boycotting um, the sale of baby powder, and it wasn't until the late 1980s when it was finally lifted. Nestle, however, never admitted any wrongdoing. However, they have said a couple things regarding that. As early as 2019, at a meeting, Terry Philardou, Nestle's head of nutrition at the Swiss headquarters, said, "I want to be finished with the story of Nestle killing babies. Let's move on, but not forget what happened. We learned, and we are different. I want to look at the history in front of us, not be penalized when we are doing more than many other people." However, in 1980, the World Health Organization started to make rules or codes that industry should follow when they make baby formula. However, Nestle refused to sign on to follow such code, and now they're even trying to limit the marketing that is done in terms of baby formulas. However, in reference to that, uh, Mr. Feldew said in the same meeting, he said, and I quote, regarding additional regulation, said, "There is no point in restricting advertising of products for children 1 year old when Coca-Cola and other products are given too early and are no restrictions on them." So as you can see, the marketing stance on for Nestle regarding baby formula hasn't really changed. They still market to prove their increase their profits with a little with no regard to uh, how they market it and how to keep the babies safe. So next, let's look at another thing that another value, core value that Nestle says that they treasure, which is water stewardship. According to Nestle, they take a holistic approach to water management. They play their part in protecting, restoring, and renewing water sources. However, there is a big push to boycott Nestle because, according to several sources, Nestle uh, taps water from California even during the drought. They were also involved in taking water from springs uh, around Flint, Michigan, even though the residents in Flint, Michigan had high lead levels in their water. Nestle was still removing water from their springs, so limiting access to people. And they have also been accused of having their companies or factories in Pakistan and Nigeria polluting the environment. So instead of providing water for the people, they're polluting the waters and in some cases even making or causing people to buy their bottled water instead. So it's obvious that while they say that they um, protect the water sources, they obviously um, are taking advantage of these sources at the expense of the local people. And also in the 2000s, there was also a lawsuit that was filed regarding advertisement from Ice Mountain, which is one of the products from Nestle. A water company found that here based in Chicago found that Ice Mountain wasn't 100% natural spring water, but was in fact just tap water. So Nestle was forced to pay um, a couple $1 million, which they gave to um, some charities to get rid of the lawsuit. But in terms of protecting and enhancing the biosphere, even though Nestle says that they protect the environment as well, uh, there's some companies, pharmaceuticals, L'Oreal and Maybelline, that Nestle owns and part of that is involved in animal testing. So there's also a push to boycott these products because of the animal testings that it's involved in China. But these aren't the only scandals that Nestle is involved in. They have also been accused of promoting child labor, abuse, and trafficking in undeveloped countries, pollution from the plastics. They've also, according to some sources, have done business with dictatorships in Africa. Also, they have been involved in price fixing of chocolate in US and Canada, and have also been accused of promoting unhealthy food and mislabeling a lot of their products. So Nestle, even though they are a company that does over $96 billion in sales every year, they're involved in several instances where they're not following their vision. So this report was definitely eye-opening to me. I found that Nestle, even though have a lot of, of strength, economic strength, they're not using those resources in in living up to the values that they espouse. So in the future, I definitely will be more open, more conscious of what Nestle actually stands for or what do they espouse, and that will definitely affect the products that I'll be purchasing from now on. So thank you very much.